They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Fields out of the gun. Buys top. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively in a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Here we go. Up, let's go.
Fields now, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Bates' kick is up and good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Here we go.
Trying again following the sack. Got his target, it's Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals lower the deficit to a single possession. T. Higgins, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Throw secured by George Pickett. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Hey, never mind. Monday. Here we go.
Fields on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
West right fit. Here we go, side. Side.
Another throw for Fields. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go. 135. Right.
Looking to throw Fields. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Trying for the deep ball. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get 6 more on their early advantage. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Here we go. Got.
A give up the middle to Evans. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They start with 2nd and 6. This finds all complete. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And now they're left with 4th and short. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one's marked as a 38-yard punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, side.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Right.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Blast through midfield. Reaches the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Here we go, son.
From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Here's Fields to throw. Short throw, tipped. Oh, but he still got it. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
That is so difficult to do with so much traffic. You're going to see the short pass gets tipped, and you really don't have much time other than to just react and make the catch. Exactly what he does.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Man in motion here.
Right.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. Right.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Go.
Play action, Fields. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
A 1st and goal pass, yeah, it can be an act of surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make 2nd and goal much, much more difficult.
Tonight.
This one's caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Dot.
Evans straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Dot.
Staying ground with Evans. And he's brought down after a short gain. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On one, ready?
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Steelers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Don't jump. Ready?
A pistol snap. Fields has it in close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock. And independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
On one, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Higgins, the man in motion right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
11.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. On target to his man Higgins. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
They've got a man in motion. To throw again, it's Burrow. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Motioning one of the tight ends.
Shot.
On the carry, this is Evans. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Gun. Shot.
Running it with Evans. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's going to be caught by all. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Bengals. With it, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Stop.
Going right side, Evans with it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Here's another carry for Evans. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Darius Robinson there to make the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Stop.
A handoff for Evans, running right. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
A give left side. Here's Evans. And he's able to keep it moving down to the 28. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 4. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. Eleven MT. Stop.
Running left is Evans. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Here we go.
All right, set now. 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Working inside the red zone. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Eleven. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals make it an 18-point game. McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Here we go, Scott.
Off play action, it's Fields. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided first half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
On one, ready?
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Mozzie Smith. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. Returns looking good so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, son.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Launches one deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So that brings up 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. Broke through the tackle. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Bengals football.
Let's get set.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Set.
First down, Burrow to throw. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Give to Evans from the gun. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
On one, ready? Gun. Got.
Play action now, Burrow. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
And they send a man in motion.
Got.
From the gun, a carry by Evans. And that's good for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third and less than a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Got.
Here's Evans on the carry. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go. Got.
This is Evans. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Got.
On the handoff, it's Evans. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
On one, ready?
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Let's get set. Got.
Burrow from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start the second half with some needed points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2.
Gun. Got.
For the 2-point conversion.
12.
Putting a receiver in motion.
12.
He's throwing for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Jackson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Here we go. Good. Good night.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hey, here we go. Go.
They go to Barkley again. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. He gets him half of what they needed. So after a 7-yard gain, it's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Side.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
On 1, ready?
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Side.
A give up the middle to Evans. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
11 MT, 11 MT. Side.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Setting up the running back screen. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You gotta keep scoring.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Tate. 11. Dot.
Trying for it with Burrow. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It is caught left side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate, and turns into a nice gain.
Here we go. All right.
Fields now on third. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And now the Bengals have it.
Third down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing fourth down, they're off the field completely.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. He lets one fly deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Hey, Ken. Don't jump. Ready? Good night.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go, son.
Got his target. It's Hill. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, son. Go.
Toss play to Barkley. And they don't allow a lane to form. Defense taking care of that play near the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He fires one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Now a give on the counter. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
That counter could never get started. Good chance someone on that line telegraphed that play because the defense was all over it. Fortunate just to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
12. Let's get set.
They give it to him again. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Shot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Gun. Shot. Shot.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Shot.
Throwing is Burrow. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Steelers take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal.
Right.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here we go, shot. Right.
2nd and goal. He's headed right on the option. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers keep running away with this. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
I'm fine. Ready?
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Cut!
Another carry for him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Cut!
Going right side, Evans with it. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Let's get set. Cut!
Burrow setting to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. Jukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
One, ready?
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Cut!
A give left side. Here's Evans. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Gun. Cut! Cut!
Here's another carry for Evans. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Cut!
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. He has the first down to the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Cut!
From the red zone now. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals still trail by a lot. It's a 26-point differential. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.